Hello, Bazaar Wow 的朋友们，大家好，我是青年。来，Let's do it。
简单介绍一下新歌吧。
Okay, so 这首歌有2个的版本，中文版和英文版。中文版的名字叫不真实场景，英文版的名字叫 TOTM or Truth of the Matter。中文版的意思是更难过和更电影的感觉，英文版的歌是更酷、更 swag。但是 for both songs，都有跳舞。And 我跟你说，中文版的歌词都中文 ，so please look forward to that。
这首歌对你来说最大的挑战是什么呢
？Like 录音的时候，我真的有挑战，因为我知道怎么唱cool的感觉，但是我觉得英文版是cool，但是 I wanna give a more sad, a more story with the 中文版。
如果用画来表现你的20岁，画上会是什么呢？
我的画会是真的 an island。2021年，我找到了new island。And 和这个 island 我们一起可以成长 and 我可以看 this beautiful island grow more and more beautiful trees, more beautiful fruits, and I see this island growing more bigger and bigger, and that's what I would draw, a beautiful island 和Cuban sunshine。 对，因为我的粉丝总是说我有 Cuban sunshine 的 aura。
哪一段时光对于自己是最艰难的呢？
可能创造营的时候是最难，而且我在韩国的练习的时候也最难的，真的最难。It was so hard. The 练习 was so hard, and it was only for 1 week. I really died. 但是我真的很荣幸，我可以有韩国的练习的机会。I learned a lot.
是什么原因让你想要制作这首歌呢
？Well， 我想给大家不一样的感觉，我真的喜欢总是给大家不一样的经验，所以我觉得，就一来是很开心接受 the result，it's like不一样的意思。但是我想 for the next song 这首歌，我想给大家更酷的经验，更表演的经验，对，而且更跳舞的经验。但是老实说，这首歌 I didn't give much 跳舞，因为 I can't always give everything， that's for next time。 如果你们想看更多跳舞，你们是要等等，对 ，wait with me。It's a good way for you guys to stay with me。
平时如何记录灵感呢？
我会写下来 ，I write it in my 手机，或者我会录音 ，just like voice。
对未来的规划是什么呢
？Yeah， 因为我还不知道 what it will be， 因为 life always changes, right? So something may happen, But what I'm happy is that I can live this moment now. And sorry, I'm gonna say this in English because it's from my heart. But really, like I don't know. It's I know a lot of my fans or a lot of people this age is struggling. 还有我的朋友也，他们总是告诉我，青年 you're so lucky， 因为 you did it。但是 no， it can leave all of a sudden, like things happen in life. So even me too, it's hard. Actually, it's more pressure for me， 因为老实说I have more 压力的，因为 I'm doing it now， so 我害怕我会 lose it。
会用什么方式缓解 emo 的情绪呢？
我会给朋友打电话 or 我的妈妈和爸爸 just 放松 just relax， 因为future is scary。 I have to say this in English, I'm sorry. Like honestly, we're always gonna be scared of the future, but when we think about the past,我们会总是记得很开心的 memory, right? 但是 I want to tell you, even 以前的很开心的 moment, you were also scared of the future, But if you always try to remember the happy moments, just trust yourself. No matter what happens in the future, you will have happy moments. Whether it's with your job or with the people, there's always a struggle. There will always be happy moments. You just have to find it and try not to worry too much about the problems.
当你感受到内心的火焰时，你会怎么做呢？
Well, if there's fire, 我会喝水。I'm kidding, 开玩笑啊。我会追逐。To start a fire is hard. So if you have a fire, you don't want to lose it. You want to work hard, keep it growing.
在中国，你感受到最大的文化差异是什么呢？
OK，在西方，如果跟朋友见面，你们会说，How are you doing? Like 最近怎么样 ？Right？ 但是在中国，没有人我会说你好吗？和I mean some say 最近怎么样？但是很多人会说，你吃饭了吗？我觉得这个让我印象深刻。It makes me really surprised that when you first meet someone, your friend, you say, "Did you eat?"